Do you have a window that won't stay open? If you're handy and you enjoy a DIY challenge, this repair is possible. The first thing you need to do is take a close look at your window and figure out what is the problem. In my case, the tension rod is no longer connected to the pivot shoe. On the left is the broken pivot shoe, and we are going to replace it with the new one. I found the Swissco website, and I carefully measured and compared the parts before I ordered. Swissco has repair videos for all of their products. Make sure to watch their videos, as your window might be different from mine. You absolutely need this tool to make this repair. This one was $13 on the website. Other tools you'll need are a rotary tool with safety glasses and a mask, your new parts, your spiral balance tool, needle nose pliers, assorted screwdrivers, and cleaning supplies. Step 1, take down any shades you have. You can leave the hardware there, but just take the shades down. Next, you're going to pinch the tabs on either side of the window, and you're going to tip the window out. Lift the window, pinch the tabs, tilt it out, and then twist the window to remove it. Here are the offending pivot shoes that we want to remove. If you find a tension rod still connected to a pivot shoe, you're going to need to remove that. Just take a needle nose pliers and grab it and pull down and out, and it's going to release the tension. Next, we're going to remove the cover that hides the tension rod. You want to be careful here. This is rigid plastic and it could easily crack. Once it's removed, just clean it and set it aside. Next, we're going to unscrew the tension rod and remove it. Next, I'm going to unlock the pivot shoe using a flathead screwdriver. Just put it in and twist until it unlocks so it can slide up in the sash. Position the pivot shoe a couple of inches from the top of the window so you can mark where you want to make your cuts. Make your marks a little bit above and a little bit below the pivot shoe to give yourself enough space to wedge the pivot shoe out. Now you can slide it down out of the way, and it's time to make your cuts. Make sure your rotary tool is turned off before you plug it in, and you will definitely need to wear eye protection and a mask because the plastic bits are going to fly everywhere. Start by cutting the 2 marks that you made carefully, and then you want to turn the rotary tool and cut out all of the excess in between, and that can be a little bit difficult. You want to be as close to the window as possible. Make sure there are no children or pets in the room. The plastic pieces get into the air and they could easily breathe them. Here is the same cut on the other side of the window. Now we can slide the old pivot shoe up and use a flathead screwdriver to pop it out. Here's the new piece, and it is going to take a little bit of effort to wedge this back in. Now comes the most time-consuming part: clean, clean, clean. The plastic bits are everywhere, and you're going to want to thoroughly clean them. It might sound like a lot, but each window took about an hour to clean and repair. Now we're going to screw our tension rods back into place. Just put them back in place and use your Phillips head screwdriver to screw them in. Now we're going to use that all-important spiral balancing tool to create tension in the tension rod. Use the tool to grab the bottom pegs on the rod and pull down about 6 inches. Now you want to spin the tool to the right 3 times. Now hold it steady and slide the pivot shoe up. Guide the top pegs into the slot. Once the pegs are seated properly, you can release. The pivot shoe will slide up and you can take the tool off. The new pivot shoe was a little more shallow than the old one, so I needed to make an adjustment to the bottom of the window. The little metal piece that sits in the pivot shoe needed to be a little longer, so I just unscrewed, and then you can adjust this little piece out farther. So I did that on both sides, and then I retightened it. Next, you're going to use a screwdriver to turn this blue piece so that that notch is facing towards you. Now we are ready to put our window back into place, and this is going to require all of your upper body strength, dexterity, patience. But don't worry, you got this. Just tip the window into the shoe. Once it's in, push it down in the sash. Tilt the other side up. Try to make a connection with the other shoe. This may take a while. Finally, both sides are in the pivot shoe, and we can tip the window back up and lock it into place. And now you have a fully operational window. And that brings us to our final step. We're just going to put the covers back over the tension rod. Once everything is back in place, the hole that we cut will barely be visible. And there you have it. You can open and close your windows again. I would recommend this project for someone who is a DIY enthusiast and someone who is comfortable using power tools. And as I said before, this is a time-consuming project. You'll need at least an hour per window. In all, I repaired 9 windows for less than $80. Thanks for watching.